Back at it again, joined by the Brody Bro. AD as we got this Kansas City game on in the background now. Pat Mahomes went out in the KC game, so kind of big. But man, what we just saw out of this Bulls team was exactly what we had hoped to see out of them in the previous game versus OKC. But again, this is going to be a very, very up and down season. We saw improvements, continuous improvements. What did you see out of this Bulls team that you like today, my boy?
Right. Just decisive decision making, what we talked about. We're getting rebounds, points in the paint.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of the 3-4 position where we're able to get second chance buckets, tip ins, very aggressive, driving to the basket, not settling for shots.
Mm-hmm.
Great on the defensive end, multiple steals, playing as a team. 6 double-digit scores. Great presence from the bench. It's a plethora.
For sure.
Plethora.
You said plethora, right? Plethora?
Yeah,
plethora. But no, for sure. I mean, I really like what I saw out of this team. I like the aggressiveness that I saw from this team continuously. And look, Dallas made their run. And it got close there for this Bulls team at the end of the third. But we saw them continue to fight back. They didn't ever get down too much. They didn't stay down. They never got to the point where, okay, Dallas is within 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It seemed like in the OKC game, once OKC started to come back, it almost broke the Bulls defensively.
Exactly.
In this game, we didn't see that. We saw them continue to fight. We saw them continue to stand their ground, and we saw them play very good basketball down the stretch there.
No hands down, no hands on hips and knees.
Yeah.
They was ready to go and ready to respond.
And the thing that I like that I saw from an interception in the end zone by the Browns. Wow, bro, as Kobe White would say. But back to this. If you're just joining us, Bulls did get the dub, 117-101 versus the Dallas Mavericks. The thing that I liked down the stretch was the leadership. The leadership was better to me in this game. The leadership was way better to me in this game because I think that you saw a team that when things got tough in the previous game, like I said, your leaders were not there for you. Your leaders were not the ones that put up big that showed up in the biggest moments for you. In this game, we saw Zach LaVine calling his guys over. Hey, come here. Let's get in the huddle. Let's talk this out. We saw Billy Donovan immediately. Hey, we got to do this. We got to make this happen. And you know what I'm saying? Like the guys that are going to be the most vocal on the team that need to be were. And that's something that the Bulls can hang their hat on.
No, definitely. As you mentioned, big difference. OKC game, got down bad. Heads hanging low.
Mm-hmm.
Our leaders. Or even, I'll just keep it to our backcourt. Zach LaVine and Kobe White looking to play a lot of one-on-one.
Yeah.
In this game, constant movement of the ball, looking for the pass, smooth offense. First half, flawless. Second half, pressure added a little bit, but stayed grounded.
Yeah.
If anything was wrong, Kobe White made a bad decision. Leaders on the team, that young, immediately comes from off the bench up to the score table to talk to him during a foul shot.
Right.
Then Zach draws a foul, gathers the team, as Pat mentioned. Timely timeouts by Billy Donovan. His team was prepared for Dallas, played very well. And when they did go on their timely run, Dallas picked a good time, end of the third, the beginning of the fourth to go on a run.
Right.
Bulls, timely points. Drawing the foul, not settling for the 3.
Yeah. And the story of this game here, honestly, is the Bulls bench. When you look at what the Bulls bench did, and you got to give credit to the starters as well. Lauri Markkanen 29-10 in this game. He's really looked good coming back. But you have to give credit to the Bulls bench. being able to do some nice things. I mean, here's your bench players in this game right here. Garrett Temple, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Otto Porter, 14 points. Thad Young, 15 points. Ryan Arcidiacono, 4 points, 5 assists. Daniel Gafford, 13 minutes, 7 points, 3 rebounds on 3 of 3 shooting. Your bench was able to withstand and really keep you in a game where, listen, Luka Doncic was going off.
Right.
Luka Doncic was getting busy on the Bulls. He introduced Pat Will to the NBA quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, hey, bro, welcome. This is what we do.
But he did. To Pat Will's credit, he hung in there. As we mentioned during the live call, Pat Will faced a different type of three, a different type of small forward. Luka Doncic being a point forward, mobile, agile, playing a little different than the more physical forwards, be it a LeBron, be it a Kawhi Leonard. Face those matchups fine, but the switch up was in this game. Luka's gonna get his shots. He coming off the curl like a 2.
Yeah,
he bringing the ball up, everything. So foul trouble was the only thing that really kind of took him off him, and then Zach educated himself
and really getting into that second half. I mean, you looked at what the Bulls did. By the way, if you guys are new to the channel, please like the video, please subscribe to the page, because we do talk Chicago sports weekly, and we don't want you to miss a thing. So make sure that you hit that bell. The thing that you can say is that Luka had a 30-point first half. Luka finished the game with 36 points.
Only 6 points.
You have to take solace in that. You have to take solace in the fact that your team was able to defensively come out and attack Luka in the and take him out of what he does. Now, in that second half, also ton more rebounds, some great assists from the madman himself. You know what I'm saying? He was a bad man out there. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I love what I saw from this Bulls team. Baker Mayfield is throwing dots out here. Jesus Christ. Let me ask you this, though. What have you seen from Lauri Markkanen since he's been back that you like? Like I said, Lauri, 29 and 10 today, being very aggressive, being more aggressive than I think we've seen.
I love the aggression, the knowing what to do in certain situations, and in many different points in their half-court offense. The pick and roll between him and Wendell. If the pass isn't there to Wendell, he'll either pass it back out, get the ball out, and then go to the basket. Or he'll pass it back out and then go to the 3 and shoot that. That is fine. Not taking a bad shot, not turning the ball over. All great decisions. And in key moments, as I mentioned, aggressive to the basket, knowing that at the end of the day, how tall is Lauri Markkanen?
Lauri, 7.
7 foot?
Lauri, 7.
Taking it to the basket.
Yeah.
Shooting it over whatever, whether it was Boban, whether it was Porzingis, love to see it.
Yeah.
Active around the boards, cleaning up, tapping them in. All of that. Love to see it.
Now, I think the biggest story, other than the bench in this game, is the fact that Zach LaVine was not able to get the offense going. But the intangibles, the things he did. Listen, Zach LaVine, as much as we want to say, look, Luka gets busy. But 6 points in the second half when really Zach was put on him to make plays, to play defensively. Zach LaVine's defense showed today. Zach LaVine's offensive prowess, especially with a nose for the ball, throwing some beautiful passes today, able to come away with 10 assists, but only 10 points. I believe he shot at 1 for 8, so not a good shooting day. But I think we see the difference. We see a guy who was coming out, who was making plays, who was making winning plays. That's the difference, making winning plays.
And they played with a lead. Which
we've seen them do, honestly, in these last 3 games.
Definitely.
Clippers, OKC, this game against Dallas here. The Bulls have played with big leads. They haven't been able to hold those leads.
Oh, definitely. The lead only dwindled or got down because Dallas, to their credit, chiseled away at it.
Yeah.
With their offense. It wasn't a lack of defense from the Bulls.
Right.
Like we didn't give that up. It was the Bulls playing their game, playing defense, getting like a great amount of steals this game. Loved it. At least I think it's 6. Let me make sure.
Talk about the Bulls as a whole there.
As a whole, how many steals? 14 steals in the game. For the Bulls as a team.
Yeah, you were a little low.
You were a little low.
14 steals for the Bulls, 6 for the Mavs. And listen, Jay Chris, right. A lot of leadership that we saw from this team and growth. Now, here's something Billy Donovan said in the last game. This team doesn't yet know how to win. Is this a game showing you that they've learned that at least they're moving in the right direction on learning how to win?
Definitely. They took every bit of learning experience from how they fumbled the bag, fumbled the lead.
Yeah.
And
2 games in a row, honestly.
Yeah. This game, they started off a little slow, got into their offense, ran it successfully, kept doing it, got the lead, kept the lead.
Yeah.
All important things about winning and finishing a team off. And like I said, played their game, played up to the competition, played through adversity. All good things.
And things that you need to continue. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing that we can say about this Bulls team this season. They have continued to learn from their mistakes and move in the right direction. Right. We start off the season getting blown out, and when they got down, all of a sudden there's no heart, there's no effort. Now we're getting to the point where, okay, now we're the ones blowing out teams. And then you had that little bit of a struggle with, okay, well, we really can't find our way. We're really struggling to find how to finish these games. They're moving in the right direction. You also have to think, Bulls are 5-8. This is a 5-8 team. That means we've played, 13 games?
Yeah.
So this is 13 games into the season that we're seeing this kind of this isn't incremental. These are astronomical leaps from what we saw last season. Well, these are astronomical leaps from what we saw last season versus with Jim Boylan under the over the team as head coach. You know what I'm saying? These are astronomical leaps, just the coaching, the teaching that these guys are getting, knowing where to be. And there's a lot of young inexperience on this team as well that is getting a very good learning experience, especially Pat Will. Do you like what we've seen from Pat Will? I know in this game, Luka kind of got into him a lot of bit. It's not a little bit, a lot of bit, like a 36 points triple-double. It's tough. But every game we've seen him be thrown into the fire. Is that a style you like to see from him?
Yeah. The thing is, the Bulls this is a team we're going to score, we're going to defend by committee. Everybody has their part, and we love to see everybody play their role. It's been instances when Otto Porter Jr., when Thad Young has to get in the mud, play really hard hat lunch pail, be that guy that's going to do most of their work on the defensive end. Might not get a lot of looks. This was Pat today.
Yeah.
Spent most of his time defending Luka. Luka did good offense, but Luka had to shoot contested shots against Pat Will.
Right.
So, again, seeing a different type of forward, more point forward, was good for him, knowing that he has to, again, in the NBA, be ready every single night to play whomever.
Facts.
So that was really good. And I also like to give credit to this team because the first game, the biggest question was how long was it going to take to shed the bad habits from last season and play in Billy Donovan's system?
Yeah.
We're seeing that.
And I think we've still seen them show their head. Versus OKC, I think a lot of bad habits showed up in that second half. I think they kind of reverted back. But you know what the thing I love about this is? Even when Dallas is making that run, at no point did the Bulls go one-on-one. That was the difference in that first game. At no point did the Bulls go one-on-one. They were still trying to find the best shot. They were still trying to move the ball around. They were still trying to work through the offense. Were the shots falling? No, but this is how you win. This is how you beat these teams. They're moving through the offense. You beat a playoff team today. I believe they're 6th in the Western Conference right now. And yeah, they were dealing with some injuries. Absolutely. Luka down that stretch, the game might be a little bit closer if he's able to stay in for that last minute, 45 seconds. I believe he's on a minutes restriction himself. But you have to look at how this team played as a whole. Luka was in there most of the game. You got to count what you saw from him. And you have to say, okay, I see that there were still some mistakes, but they learned from what they did in the last game. In the last game, not like we're going over the course of a season. They lost to these guys before, and now no. In the last game, we saw astronomical differences. from them defensively, and that really shows where the Chicago Bulls are right now.
It does. Like I said, playing within the zone that they play, but also being a little bit more aggressive defensively, grabbing rebounds, getting in the passing lanes, stealing, and then making good decisions off of defensive possession.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a stop, coming down, run, getting directly into the offense, depending on who. Like I said, the biggest thing for me, whether it was the starters in or the bench in, they play very differently depending on the personnel on the floor.
Right.
But whatever they do get into, once they run it well, because they're well prepared by Billy Donovan, it's beautiful. Coming back with very, very little empty possessions on the offensive end. We're getting a bucket. A three doesn't. I know it's popular, and that's how the game is played. Where we want to get a 3-point shot, a high percentage 3-pointer. Well, in our offense, when I will continue to say we have the biggest advantage at the 3-4 position, we are getting buckets cut into the basket or an open three in the corner. So the more they play together, the more rapport they get between each other. They know where each other is on the floor.
Yeah.
It's appealing to watch.
Yeah.
There's gonna be points where we get, like I said, we're gonna get down in the mud. We're gonna get some of those dirty buckets, clean up around the basket. Other than that, on the offensive end, it looks good.
And that's the thing. Like you love what you see out of this team. Now we got to look ahead at what the Bulls have going now. You got the Rockets in the next game. Not going to be an easy game to win. Listen, a lot of difference making on the Rockets, and
the Rockets got better. They
I'm gonna be real with you. Like if James Harden wasn't going to play, okay, we get rid of him. We make a move. I don't like how he got out of there, but man, you got to look at this Rockets team, at this roster, and say these guys are playing.
They did not come out losing that trade.
Yeah,
it was very even.
Yeah,
like if they come out not being they can play anywhere they want now. Honestly, with Victor
essentially,
I didn't see Victor Oladipo on that team, but him being on that team,
yeah,
and low key, it was rumors that he wanted to be traded out of Indiana. Didn't make a fuss, but ended up getting traded anyway.
Right.
Which it works out for him. Now he's got a lot more tools that are conducive to his playing of the game.
For sure.
And definitely, I think in Houston. And with Boogie.
You're coming in with Boogie. Now, Jay Wall is hurt for the game, out with a knee injury. You've still got Eric Gordon missing. You got Daniel House out due to COVID. Dante Exum not going to play. So there's still some injuries there that the Bulls are catching a little bit of a break versus a good team. A good team. I mean, have they played at that level yet? I would say no. But, I mean, listen, on paper, you're still dealing with Boogie Cousins. You're still dealing with Victor Oladipo. You're still dealing with a young guy who has balled out over there in Christian Wood. He's been hooping all season there. And so it's not going to be an easy game. You can't go in there, too high, too low. This is going to be one back in the United Center. What do you expect to see from the Bulls coming out versus Houston?
I hope much more an improvement on the same.
Yeah.
Like let's be conscious on the defensive end. Let's turn that into offense. Let's have movement off the ball, cut into the basket, get into the 3-point line, driving the lane so you make we're making refs make that call. That way we outshot the Dallas Mavericks at the free throw line. I believe we had something like, there we go. Let me get the numbers. At the free throw line, we had 33 attempts. Dallas only had 19.
Right.
So we were a concerted effort. Get to the basket, get to the open man, and in a lot of instances, take what the defense is giving us. So however Houston comes out, we don't care what they do.
Yeah, and they're still
run our offense.
There's still areas the Bulls need to improve. Like you said, versus Dallas team. Bulls, 73% from the free throw line. Those are bunnies. Yeah. Those are bunnies. You got to make those. You got to knock those down more consistently, and you can't be missing pairs. That's really the thing. They're missing 2 at a time.
Even though like we're 1 by 15?
Yeah.
1 by 15, we did leave some points on the floor.
And you're not going to be able to do that against the more dominant teams in this NBA. And then even here, I'll say vast improvement from what we've seen from them. Last game, 24 turnovers. This game here, only 13 turnovers from the Bulls. 4 first half turnovers, and then they got a little bit sloppier late in the game. But again, you're seeing improvement. You're seeing them grow from that. But the things that you need, you gotta make the buckets that they give you. Yeah. If they're giving you free buckets, you made 24 of 33. Now, yes, you handled this team pretty well, but you can do more. You can do more. Mike in the live, what's good, my boy? And I listen. This team is going to continue to improve. I love what I see from them. I love the growth that we're seeing from them, and I think that this next game is going to be interesting. Now it's not a matter of can you win it game by game. It's a matter of can you put streaks together. Can they go out and beat Houston? And then when's our next game after that? That's going to be – they get a nice little layoff. They play Monday, and then they don't play again until Friday versus the Charlotte Hornets. Get to see LaMelo Ball come up or head down to Charlotte, see LaMelo Ball. But to me, that's the big thing. Can you put these runs together? Can you win a few in a row? Yes. Can you keep that going? Because we haven't seen that. We've seen the Bulls compete well. We've seen them win. But can they win more than one in a row?
I think so. We're gonna put string some wins together.
Yeah,
we're playing up to teams and then playing our game. Fully coming the Bulls are very much can play. They can play with anything because they have a coach that is preparing them well to play anybody in the league.
Yeah.
Now, will they execute? Depends on whether we come out with a win or a loss.
Right. I see some LaMelo Ball slander in here from Travis here. I just want to let you know. Now, listen, whatever you think about his daddy, okay. He's rookie of the year right now. he leads every rookie category. So that's all you need to know about that. Listen, man, I really like what we saw from our Bulls team. Bulls come away with the win, 117-101. I think there's a lot of growth that this team can still have. I think there's a lot of things they can still learn from, but they're playing better. They're doing what they have to do. And so I think when we see them come out versus Houston, we're going to see them come out with a different kind of energy. What do you think? You think the Bulls get the W tomorrow?
I do. You cannot let don't be intimidated by Boogie Cousins.
Oogie definitely gonna be a problem.
Don't be
Boogie versus.
They're gonna make runs.
I just thought about that. Boogie going up against Wendell. That's a. Oof.
Can I come in there Can I come in there being scary or intimidated? None of that.
Yeah.
Got to come in there, run our offense, let them do what they do.
Facts.
Just make sure they play effectively. And no little to no turnovers, please. Little to no turnovers.
For sure. Yeah, you gotta keep those turnover numbers lower. You gotta keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep doing what you're doing. I think the Bulls are heading in the right direction. But we'll see y'all Monday night, 7:00. Level live stream will be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for joining the live as always. It is your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. AD, appreciate you for joining me yet again, man. From my partner AD, it's your boy Pat the Designer. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly, and we don't want you to miss things. So make sure that you hit that bell to continue watching our Chicago sports content. Check the links in the description below. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.